Your own understanding, truth under Babylon's empiricism. What up? A very, very sad time right now. A very matter of fact time for your handlers. And I just wanted to get on here to maybe shed a little bit more of a light on some of the void in understanding when it comes to the community and the things that are happening right now. A lot of deaths going on, a lot of high profile deaths. And you're becoming numb to it. You're becoming complacent to the obvious. I wonder why there is such complacency to, no matter how you look at it, it's this obvious tyranny, obvious. There's an obvious agenda, and you can't even call it an agenda. You have to call it, at this point, a way of life. A life that is not understood by the ones who do not calculate. These are what you call the ops. For thousands of years, you have been confused by calculations. You have been deceived by the great mathematicians. And knowledge is power. However, knowledge is only fortified and brought upon by information based on math. Accountability. Math. Not mathematics, math. You think of them as wizards, warlocks, even demons, and just spiritual, energetic spiritual adversity. Yeah, energetic and spiritual adversity. Energy, spirit kind of runs along sort of the same lines of understanding. Try to bear with me, please. I'm getting to a point. I want you to have an understanding of what I am going to end up with. I want to lead you there in case you are completely lost. So I'm giving you a path to where I'm going. So which is why I'm speaking all the way through this like this. You have to understand what the purpose is. It's calculations. It's math. You are physical. You have been duped into falling for the ones who understand the math and the calculations. You have two kinds of beings. Ones who calculate, and the other kind are just, they're just so sweet. They communicate. They want to communicate. They all just want to communicate, meaning they want to be a part of something, so they want to communicate. Then you have others who just are here and bent on calculation. All they want to do is calculate. They make sense of calculations. When others make sense of communication. You could say some have knowledge and some don't, but knowledge is only as prudent as the ones who bear it. Um, you must you must understand this is the opposition, the mathematicians. They separate emotion from product. Before you even get the product, you have to go to nature to create product, to be able to calculate. Therefore, you can distribute. It's a whole psychological bridge from here to there that you have to cross using information and math to understand. Um, that idealism is bent on nothing else but calculating, while others, the 1%, are just bent on communicating. If you don't understand what I mean, just look at society. It's simple. Just pay attention. So yes, while you steady are just trying to find the love of your life, you have people calculating how long you're going to live your life. And you're okay with that because you're busy trying to communicate instead of calculating, being accountable, counting, count. The demon comes with calculations. Excuse me, my mouth is getting a little dry. I don't have any water here either. The demon comes to count. So please, just try to separate your emotions for a moment. Try not to be so bewildered by sorrow that, you don't see what's in front of you. It's a sacrifice. These are sacrifices happening. They happen on a commercial level, and they happen on the level where it's just, grunge workers. It's all being calculated. It's all being accounted for. That's the mind of a non-human. If you know or even care to understand the difference between a human and a synthetic. Computers want to calculate. Humans want to communicate. Do the math. Years ago, many, many years ago, our ancestors were duped by the great mathematicians. In spite of communications, they sacrificed their relationships, their relations with their own people, just for the idea of being able to communicate on a different level. The whole time the mathematicians are calculating. From that moment on and beyond. And here we are today. Serendipity.